I guess the mood's always better after a win, Ernie. How's the team shaping up ahead of your next game against Perth?
Well, I was really impressed, particularly in the first half against Sydney, at our team structure. We defended really well in a very organised fashion, and when we won the ball, we kept it, and we kept creating chances in behind their back four. 3 in the first 9 minutes, and we scored with the fourth one. And throughout that first half, we kept the pressure on. And the second half, we were just unable to sustain that sort of quality of football. But I don't think Glenn had many saves to make. We conceded a goal and he had one other save to make. So we did what we had to do defensively away from home against a good team. We did a good job.
You're in a pretty unusual position this season of having most guys available. Do you envisage any changes for Sunday?
I think the starting 11 probably won't change, but Vince Lee is beginning to look good again, so he'll probably come on the bench, and it's good to have him back. He's an excellent leader in the team and good to have in the change rooms. I think Roy Krishna's not far away, maybe the following week, so yes, in a couple of weeks we should have the full squad back.
Vinny Leah is one guy who hasn't yet secured a future beyond the end of this current season. Are you talking with him about next season?
There are 2 or 3 players that I'm speaking with, and a decision hasn't been made yet. But Vince is a foundation player for this club, and he's been a tremendous servant. So those discussions will be ongoing. 16
players now signed for next season. Where are the gaps?
We've signed a marquee striker up front. We're looking for another quality attacking player, whether it be a striker or attacking midfielder. And we're losing Manny Muscat and Ben Sigmund, so we'll be looking for at least one high quality defender, preferably 2.
How do you beat Perth Glory on Sunday?
Play the way we played against Sydney and create the same opportunities, have the same movement on the ball, and as I've said to the players, we had a video debrief. It's all about quality passing, and that final pass behind the defence is crucial. The direction and weight behind the pass is important, and crosses are good quality passes, and a strike on target is a pass into the goal. So the emphasis has been on the quality of passing we had in the first half in particular.
Yes, and that's these recent re-signings. It must be pleasing that the licensing issues haven't had an effect on player retention.
No, the players are really keen to stay at this club. We've just signed 6 existing players who are, some of them have been with us for a year, some 2 years, some 3 years, and these are the sort of players that we have to keep at this club to have stability and build on and bring, as I said earlier, some more experienced players to the club. But there was no problem signing any of them, and some of the players like Dylan Fox signing for the long term, 3 years, just shows the commitment they have to the club.
How far away are Vidal and Krishna from potentially getting citizenship to free up a couple of court spots?
I'm not sure about that. It's not my area, but it's a good question. It would be terrific. I mean, both Albert Revera and Roy Krishna have been in this country a long time, so it would be terrific, but I can't really, if they get citizenship it would be first class, but I can't really comment on that.
Ernie, an out-and-out striker who scores 12 goals a season, or an attacking midfielder who gets a couple every now and then and sets up chances, what is the more vital piece of the cog for next season?
I have to say that if we can retain the strikers we have, and we've retained Roy, he's signed for the long term. Hamish we're talking to. Knowing that we've got Costa Barbarossas, we've got some pretty good high strikers. I generally play with 2 strikers. That would give us 4 up front. So I'm leaning towards an attacking midfielder, and if I could get another attacking midfielder alongside Rolly Bonifazzi in particular and Roy Krishna and someone in the middle of those 3, I think we'd have a pretty devastating attacking midfield.
What's the marketplace like? Are there many of those players available in this part of the world?
As I said, the 10-year licence extension, which we were successful in achieving, has been very good for our club profile, and there's a lot of players now who want to come to this club, and because of the way we've played against particularly some of the good teams in the league, there's an attraction. So I think I won't have too much trouble in signing 1 or 2 more quality players who are existing in the league. I'm not sure about the defensive player or 2 yet, but our players want to come to the club now, and we're working on it, but I'll let you know when something's been done in that respect.
You wouldn't want to reveal who you've got your eye on there?
Oh no, I never do that. Sorry.
Dylan Fox signed for 3 years as well. I mean, do you think he's at a level yet to be a starting centre back in the A-League for next season?
He's certainly under consideration. We are currently planning a very extensive and hard working pre-season, and Dylan's never really had a full-time pre-season under his belt, and I think it would be massive for him both physically and technically to have a pre-season with us, and I think he's not far from being a regular, and he hasn't let us down since he's replaced Ben Sigmund, but Ben Sigmund's a bit special, so I don't expect him to step into his shoes straight away, but Ben just showed what he could do against Sydney, and he always got 100%. I think our boys learn from Ben.
Ernie, just a quick look at Perth again. They've got Harold, Castro, Theo. They've got some options up front. Defensively, what's going to be the focus for you guys?
Well, there's no doubt about Keogh as a goal scorer, and Castro is their sort of number 10 that creates a lot of opportunities, and the other two strikers on the flanks are good players. So we have respect playing a team like that, but not for a second do we think that we're going to be beaten by them. We're going to go out to take them on and challenge them for a win, not for a draw, and we won't be sitting back the second half this time.
Good to win that long distance Derby Cup.
It would be. I think it's 1-1, isn't it? We won the first one, they won the second one by a goal, and from a set play, so it'd be pretty good to win it, but it'll be a real challenge. But I think they're playing attacking football now, Perth, so it'll be an open end-to-end game. I think it'd be very exciting for our fans to come along and get their shirts off 10 minutes to go.
Were you surprised by the sort of number and level of players they were able to bring in January?
I think it's a big asset for all clubs to be able to add to their squads in January, given that we're only allowed a maximum of 23, and if you can freshen up that side, it makes a big difference. When we brought in Joel Griffiths, it made a big difference to us. We were unable to do that this year, but Hamish has come in, he's made a big difference. So I think any clubs that did that have done well, and it's something I've always aimed to achieve. Just bring in at least one more fresh face, especially up at the pointy end, makes a big difference.
Well deflected.
Thank you.